Hi, boys. Happy Tuesday. You're probably wondering where I'm at, so sometimes I get a little restless when I'm working from home and have to switch up my positioning. So I'm currently sitting in the floor in one of the rooms in my house just to switch it up a little bit, keep me on my toes. But I am coming with you today because I am going to read a story with you. And this story is called The Cow Said Neigh, a farm story by Rory Feek. And it's illustrated by Bruno Robert. So let's see what it's about. There once was a cow in a barn who could see a horse in a field who ran wild and free. If I were a horse, I could run free all day. And the cow opened his mouth and let out a big neigh. See that horse running free? The horse heard the cow, and he looked in the pond at the duck with the bill, who swam all day long. If I were a duck, bet they'd stay off my back. And the horse reared back, and out came a quack. The duck heard the horse, and he saw the sheep with a big winter coat, 2 inches deep. If I were a sheep, that would be good. And the duck said, "Eh," as long as he could. Silly ducks. That's not the sound a duck makes, right? The sheep heard the duck, and he looked at the pig, using his nose in the deep mud to dig. If I were a pig, I could dig with my snout. And the sheep opened his mouth, and an came out. Pig's all in that mud, enjoying his mud bath. The pig heard the sheep, and he looked in the yard at the dog on the porch, who proudly stood guard. If I were a dog, I bet I could be tough. And the pig wiggled his tail, and he let out a ruff. Oh, almost forgot to show you the pictures. Silly pig, acting like a dog. The pig heard the sheep. The dog heard the pig, and he looked in the house at the cat on the rug that was chasing a mouse. If I were a cat, I'd be inside right now. And the dog opened his mouth and let out a meow. I know my kitty sure likes to meow a lot. The cat heard the dog, and he left the mouse there and looked at the farmer asleep in his chair. If I were a man, oh, the places I'd go. And then the cat purred and let out a hello. The farmer opened his eyes when he heard the cat, and he thought to himself, did I really just hear that? The man's quite confused. Then he walked to the barn, and he opened the door and heard some more things he'd not heard before. So he sees all the animals in there. The cow said neigh. The horse said quack. Are those the right sounds? No. The duck said bah, and the sheep back. Gotta get my oink down. Look at that duck standing on the sheep. The pig said ruff. The dog said meow. And the cat and the farmer stood by the cow. Then the farmer smiled. What else could he do but open his mouth and let out a big murr. All right, that is the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed my animal sounds, and I hope you enjoyed this book, boys. I love you, I miss you, and I will talk to you soon.